Aquarius are often accused of not caring about anything. People say that to me all the time. Aquarius just don't care. But the truth is that we do care, but we care about things that are really important, not small little minor things or things that we perceive as being small and minor. To an Aquarius, if it's not really affecting us, then we don't really give a shit. Like an argument or politics or stuff like that. We might care about those things, but it's easy for us to detach from those types of things. So, one of my clients was saying to me that she noticed with her Aquarius friend that he seems to be more interested in his causes. And I said, yeah, those are macro issues. Aquarius are more interested in macro issues than micro issues. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that after our introduction. Hello, I'm Queen Aset Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit that red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to somebody else who might like it too. And please stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read 2 of my favorite comments from previous videos. Okay? All right, so if you want to get a reading, please email me, and everything else you might want to know about me is underneath this video. So let's get more into these macro issues. To an Aquarius, macro issues are important. What's a macro issue? Our causes. Our causes are usually macro issues. For example, the client that was talking to me about this, her Aquarius is into helping adjudicated youth. There is a program for young boys who have been in the system, and their parents are trying to help them get themselves together. I think they're young, like 9 to 14 or something like that. So her Aquarius is a part of this program. Every Saturday, without fail, he does activities with these youth. Likewise, he's also in a program that takes books to prisoners, male and I think female too, but prisoners that are in jail. So she said to me, he does these things with such passion. He does these things with such a focus. She was like, this is somebody who, if his mom calls him, it takes him a week to call her back. And when I asked him why, he said he finds it to be draining. So it's not draining to take 14 young boys to a basketball match and, to get pizza afterwards, but it's draining to just call your sister back and tell her what you want for Thanksgiving dinner. So she was saying to me she doesn't understand why Aquarius seem to deal with these macro issues easier than these micro ones. And I've always thought, especially when it comes to me and the Aquarius that I know personally, every Aquarius I know has a cause. Even the Aquarius who aren't very friendly, who are more the dark, low vibrational Aquarius, even they have causes. It's really crazy. You'll be chilling with them 1 minute, they'll be cussing you out, mad at you about something, and then 15 minutes later, they're lecturing you about saving the planet. Or you're talking to them about something and they're all angry with you. The next thing you know, they're talking about saving the whales, or they're off to save money, or do donations or charities or give their time or that kind of thing. And you'd be looking at them like, okay. And that's because it's easier for Aquarius to deal with macro issues than micro ones. Macro issues for us are more important, first of all, so we have more passion towards them. And in the case of the young man she was talking about, I was saying that directly ties into his own wounds. And a lot of Aquarius are in causes that tie directly into our own wounds. Now, they don't have to. We could be into something that we haven't experienced. But a lot of times I have noticed that. Like, for instance, with this guy, she said that he is with the adjudicated youth. Well, when he was a youth, he was in a similar program. His father was in jail. Now he's helping men who were in jail. These are his wounds. So these are, number one, going to be more important to him. He's going to have more of a heart connection to them because they're tied into wounds in himself that haven't gone healed, or he's currently working on healing, or something along those lines. So when she said that to me, I was like, that's why those issues are so easy, to deal with and to not be drained by, because he is so passionate about them. Now, micro issues for an Aquarius are a whole different thing. We don't even want to deal with them. We don't even want to address them. Like micro issues, like, what do you want for Thanksgiving dinner? Or to try to have a conversation with his mother when they already have a rocky relationship. Those kind of things for an Aquarius are actually going to be things that we're going to avoid. We'll more likely avoid those kind of things. And that's why Aquarius are often accused of caring more about our causes than we do about our relationships. But it's not true. An Aquarius that is in a relationship, probably in most cases, if it's a positive Aquarius, high vibrational, that person probably does care about the people that are around them. He probably, like this guy she's talking about, he sounds like a nice guy. He probably does care about his mom and his sister and them, But the problem isn't caring about them. The problem is that these little micro relationships cause little irritants to our day. Okay? So that's what I'm getting from this vibration. And I see this with a lot of Aquarius. Those of you that are out there can raise your hand in the comments section and tell me, as an Aquarius, do you do better with your causes, your macro things, than you do with the minor things? For me, my cause is helping people heal. Because once upon a time, I was in a lot of pain for a long time, off and on, sometimes more than others. But for a large stretch of my life, it was wasted being in pain. And once I figured out how to heal that pain, I was like, ooh, I gotta tell everybody, And that's even how Asking Aquarius started, because Goddess was like, look, tell your story. The easiest way for people to figure their own way out of their own mess is to hear stories of people who've actually successfully done it. The same way I was reading stories of other people who had successfully done it, and now it's my story, So Goddess was like, tell your story. And that's how I started Asking Aquarius. And the work that I do all day long, I'm talking to clients. I'm making appointments. I'm doing follow-ups. I'm doing readings all day. We're talking about spiritual work. We're talking about how to heal, what books to get. We're talking about their journal entries, their spirituality, all day long. Meditations. That's what I do all day long. So my cause, like a lot of Aquarius, is my job. A lot of Aquarius will make their cause their job. The problem with that is that we are going to do very well at it, and we're going to be very passionate at it, but it consumes us. That's why so many Aquarius are accused of being workaholics, because we have such a passion for our cause, and we end up focusing so much on it. And our personal relationships have a tendency to suffer because of that. A lot of times our spouses or our children or our friends, will feel like our attention and time isn't really theirs because we're always focused on our cause. So I think that's very true. And I just tell Aquarius, I'm just like you. I don't like micro things either. I don't like little irritants. I don't like, like for instance, arguing online. I can't argue online. I can't go back and forth. It's too slow. If I'm in person with somebody, it's very rare for me to argue with somebody, period, at this point in my life. People, if you see me arguing with somebody, that's somebody I really care about. And it's only two people I really care enough about to sit there and go back and forth with them. And some, anonymous person on the internet ain't it. That's not it. So I'm automatically just going to flag them. I'm going to block them. I'm going to flee them. I'm going to just whatever, because I don't care what they have to say about my life or about me or about my comment or about what I said is a micro issue. It doesn't matter to me. They don't even know me. So those are micro issues. Arguing with somebody, Even a lot of things that people get caught up in, like politics, for example. To me, that's a micro issue. It is an important issue. I'm not saying that it's not, but your ability to affect it is only but so much. So if you've done your part, you voted or you've done what you had to do, you wrote your congressman, if you've done your part, then worrying and being upset about it is not going to help. It's not going to help you, and it's not going to help the situation. Now we've gone into micro territory. The macro aspect was, the actions that you needed to take. Once you've done that, the worrying is useless. So I do definitely agree that a lot of Aquarius are like that, and it is just much easier. Much more passion. That passion is fuel, it's fuel to that fire. I don't have passion, for everything. I only have that passion for certain things. I only get so much passion, and I got to use it on the important stuff. Dragon Ball DB. Hey, Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball said, I only listen to music that I can vibe with on a spiritual level. I think so too. I think that the songs that I listen to, some of them might be spiritual and or emotional. They really touch me. Put it like that. And I think the ones that touch me on a spiritual level, I think that's a whole different vibration. But I know exactly what you mean. Things that touch you, things that really touch you. Those are the things that most of us really vibe with. Alexa Maria. Alexa said, your smile is invigorating. I love it. Oh, Alexa, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet to me. All right, guys, it's time for us to get going. So you come back soon because I have a lot more to say. See you later.